Time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
7 yards there and a first down. First down, Packers. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And out of bounds right around the 20. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. That's complete to Robinson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Fields on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 or 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Touchdown! Robert Foster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But now it's 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Bears nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On 2nd and 9, Fields.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They snap it to Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Packers 21, Bears nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 34, Mike 34. I don't think you got it, son.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And the Bears are very happy to have Tariq Cohen back for situations just like this. 150 catches combined in 2018 and 19, but hurt his knee in week 3 a year ago. Having his shifty moves and great hands, a terrific asset for their offense.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd and short. Now Fields. This is caught by Robinson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. On play action, Fields. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
You want this? Wipe up! Checking is checking. Crash, crash. Kill, kill, kill. Save, save, save. To the 50. Jump out. Joker, Joker.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Touchdown, Packers! Allen Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, and this is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it.
It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Crosby with the extra point, and it is 42-0.
Bears nothing. Mason Crosby, kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah,
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Fields.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
34's the mic, 34's the mic, he's coming,
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Again, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
I'm going back to you. 45. Mike, 45. Coming to you, coming to you. 45.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Foster. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
I smell fear in that offense.
Now Rodgers. Steps away to his left. finding room to the 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. To throw is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Bears nothing. Mason Crosby, kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Bring it. Bring it.
Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. Down to the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
It's our field. It's our field.
Now it's Fields. It's complete to Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. Fields to the veteran Robinson for the Chicago first.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike's 49.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his third touchdown now on the year. And And the Bears are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the option, it's Jones. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st down, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's moves.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, here is Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Rodgers again now. This is caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is incomplete here. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Check right 34. Right 34. Touchdown defense. Right 34. Right 34. Scoop, scoop, scoop.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields going to get this to Cohen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He's got Mooney. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing again is Fields. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. He'll let it go deep for Foster. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That's complete to Mooney. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Jones.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Rodgers throwing here.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught on the slant. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?